So what's in the case? Well, just open it up for you. This is what's inside the case. So the Nephnet turbidity sensor in the flow cell, which is the most important bit. We have a pressure reducing valve. Now this takes the pressure down to 3 bar. The flow cell will accept 6 bar. So if you have pressures below 6 bar, you do not need to use this. We've included it because many water companies have varying ranges of pressures. So that's why we've included this. The non-return valve is something that a lot of people, a lot of water companies want us to use, so that's why it's included. Both the non-return valve and the pressure reducing valve are both RAS approved, so it can be used within and across the network. As well as that, we have what you should all know is a hydrant cap. Now, we don't supply the hydrant caps as standard, simply because you users will have these in your van anyway. But there is a room in the case, so you can have a complete kit just in case you need to. The hose, again, standard hose, standard equipment for what you'll be used to. We've used compression fittings throughout to make your job easier, and so they're quite easily understood. As well as that, a very important piece of kit, to know exactly what the measurements are whilst you're doing the work and to understand how low down your MTU turbidity is, we have an LED display. We've designed it with a big display, we've got batteries on the back, which is quite straightforward to replace, and with a push of a button, giving it a few seconds, that will demonstrate and show you the actual readings straight away continuously. And this is very important because whilst you're doing the valve operations, even though the data is being stored on either a USB data logger or sent to the cloud via the modem inside this orange case, it's nice to know exactly what readings you're having straight away. Now, we put this LED display, after listening to the people who will be using this kit, we've put this on 9 meters of cabling. Now, the reason for 9 meters of cabling is, after speaking to many people who use this kit, they're very unsure and feel unsafe on the roads, especially at night time, where they have to do these portable tests right where the hydrant chamber is. Well, now with 9 meters of cable, you can actually sit in the van, in the warmth, away from all the cars, and so you can do your job much easier and much safer. So as part of health and safety, we've tried to increase that just for you users. I'll turn that off to save the batteries. And now we're left with this one final object here, which is the orange case. This is basically a case full of batteries and data logging. It has a modem to send the information to the cloud. In case you lose the phone signal, you've got a USB data logger in there, which you have to preset before you send it out. To do that, you have to download the free Lashkar website data information from the website. It isn't that straightforward on many of your computers, but with the correct IT security and a bit of the know-how, you can do it. So again, the USB data logger inside here, you do need to program before you send out. And that looks like this. That is the USB data stick. So you go onto the www.lashkar.com, go onto the Easy Log software button, download the software, plug that into your computer. You'll then set it to log. An example would be if you logged it every minute, you'd get 22 days of logging, which is the 3 weeks that we originally wanted to plan this kit for flushing. A week before the flush, a week during the flush, and a week after, to see how successful that flush was. So these data loggers come as part of the kit simply because if you fail to receive a signal to the aerial, which is here at the lid, if you fail to get a signal, then you don't want to lose the data. And that's where this comes in as a secondary device. As well as a secondary device, some silicon chips there to absorb condensation. Inside the box you can see various bits. This is a potted safe smart battery. Now it's potted and safe. If water gets inside there, it shuts itself down, which makes it a safe device, which is the whole point of us doing this. Here we have the modem. Now that's IP rated and it will be fine with a bit of condensation. But if we do not tighten this valve enough and water gets inside, or this seal has popped out of the lid and hasn't been pushed in properly, or twigs or leaves or debris get trapped in there. So when you close it, it's not completing the seal, and you get water ingress, you will probably break the GSM. So please be careful on tightening this valve so it's nice and tight, and making sure the seal is closed tight too.